Welcome back to another episode of Look What Jess Found. Today is episode 348. And I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on going with these penny rolls until I am done with them. So there's about we got another couple more dollars there because they're good. It's a good bag, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting like almost every roll has like some kind of an error on it. If my memory serves me correct, I'm not getting any pennies past like 2019. So it's 5 years ago it was a big deal. I asked in I think it was the last episode, and my buddy Otis. Oh, first of all, you know what? I gotta start remembering this. Please click like and subscribe. Please click like and subscribe. Please, please click like and subscribe my channel, please. Yeah, I'm supposed to ask at the beginning of the episode of the video. If not, people fall asleep, which is good. If I could, let me tell you, I have a channel that I watch just to sleep, and if I can help anybody sleep, that's great. I know the importance of sleep. Um, but I asked in a previous video, my buddy Otis, and I basically asked him because I knew he was going to be the one. He's been doing, I think, coin roll hunting longer than anyone else um, on the channel. And as far as I know, if anyone else has been coin roll, I think Otis said he's been coin roll hunting since I want to say the early '80s, 1982 or something like that. Interesting year to start coin roll hunting, huh? With the that must have been, maybe that was one of the reasons you started, because there wasn't going to be any more copper. So when you first started, if you started coin roll hunting in 1982, everything must have been copper, just about, all the varieties. So what an awesome year to start coin roll hunting, 1982. Wow. And I asked, what I was talking about was how one of the reasons I like coin roll hunting is that I find um, copper pennies, and that one day there's not going to be any more copper pennies, and that just like in the past, just like now, there's no more. You basically can't find silver, unless you buy boxes and boxes and boxes, and then maybe you find one silver coin. I'm talking about Roosevelt's, war nickels. Maybe you'll find one out of boxes. A silver $50 or a silver a quarter. Boxes and boxes. Talking about all day long for one silver coin. Get out of here, man. That's worth what? $2. Roosevelt's worth about $2. The quarter's worth about $3, and the $50 worth about $3.50 or $4. And if you do dollars now, and if you're doing dollars, you're talking about buying what, thousands of dollars in boxes. It's cool if that's what you want to do. But my point is, on in coin and penny roll hunting, you're gonna find copper pennies, though. You can still find. You're pretty much guaranteed some copper on every older, in every penny, not customer wrap penny roll, CWB, customer wrap, CWRs, customer wrap roll. You're just about guaranteed one or two coppers. I think we have one coming up soon. I don't think this one. We haven't found one yet, though. As funny as it is. With that said, I'm saying we haven't found one yet. So I asked the audience, and I knew here's our first copper. I knew Otis was going to answer, and he goes, 1982 was when he remembers there being still like one silver per coin roll, in the early 80s. And look at that date. Interesting date. Look at that under the loop. I almost chucked it without checking it out because I'm deep in this thought. I like the date. I like the O. The 8 looks like on the inside of the circles, it has some doubling also, was my little pointer. So the O, let me see if I get a little closer. So the O, you can see the marks there, very obvious. And then in the 8, on the inside, I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh, the 8's funky also, just altogether funky. But on the inside, it looks like there's some little lines. I'll hold on to that. We'll check it out later. And he confirmed my suspicion, which was that if you look at the comments from yesterday, you'll see his comment from yesterday's video. And he confirmed that it was the early 80s was when he remembered the last time when you found a silver in it was common to find silver in a roll. 69D, that's a nice penny too. Look at that D. I'm gonna chalk that long D up as deteriorated die. I'll still look at it under the loop. It looks pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we got a second copper. Machine doubling. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Look at the O and N. That's machine doubling. It's a nice one. That's typically where you'll find 97. You're looking for the double ear. I wish we had a machine doubling double ear there. Do we? I don't think so. Nah. No, we don't. Yeah, that's pretty good though. So you don't see it if you go in a certain light. You won't see it. Like if you look at it like that, you don't see the you don't see the doubling. It's only when you look at it with the reflection. And no, it does not have value, but I mean, if it had severe machine doubling, it would, but that's not severe. 999999999. No white AM. I don't know if the Denvers have white AMs or not. If you know, let me know in the comments below. 2020. You see, I said 2019. 2020. That seems to be, maybe that's the newest year. 88, we're looking for the Flare G. No. So if you're getting into penny roll hunting now, this is it. This is your last chance. I got in on it at like in the nick of time. Like when you're the last one on the line to make it in. That's how I got into penny roll hunting in the nick of time. to see coppers, and maybe you can get in by the nick of time also, if because you can still find copper pennies in oh, what's going on here? in customer wrap penny rolls from the bank. Oh, we got 2021. All right, so I guess it is. These are a little bit newer then. But for how much longer, I don't know. It's one of the reasons why I go every month or two and I do a bank run to get penny rolls so that I have 88. Look for the white flared G. No, what are scratches on it on the surface, both sides. It's really probably a really old hammer die set. They needed to be polished. They need polishing. It was another copper. This is number 3. I'll take it. I'll take anything, man. Whatever. Another 69D. Interesting. Interesting. 2 69Ds. What's the chance of that? Pretty good, I guess. And I get a question all the time. Almost every day I get asked. First year Shield. It's a good coin to collect. 2010. If you find them in better condition than this. First year Shield. How much is that worth? Do you know what the error is on this? And there's 3 hobbies. Well, I guess there's 4 hobbies that I'm into. One of them I don't think about too much, which is sports cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Um, because I've been doing them so long that I'm pretty knowledgeable about them. I like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They've been doing the Dark Magician since 1996. A lot of people don't know that. On the um, Japanese card sets before they came to America. Then they came to America in I think like 1990, 2000 or 1999. And then you got your LOBs, right? And the LOB White Dragon is like, forget it. In a 10, it's like thousands and thousands of dollars. In a 9, English first edition, you have to know the difference between first edition, unlimited. There's so much to know, but I've been doing it for a while, so I have a pretty good understanding, like I can look one up quick, and I have a pretty good understanding of it. And then there's coin stamps and marbles, and each one of these hobbies takes a tremendous amount of time to learn. Looking for the white AM, no white AM, to learn what's valuable. On my desk I got some marbles, and if I show you, I'll just grab a handful of them. If I show you these marbles, how many of you out there are gonna know what these marbles are? I remember when I first started doing marbles, I was blown away by all the different variations of marbles. These marbles here, 99%, they're either what's called Jabos or Jabos or Dave's Appalachian Swirls. And they have a very, very specific type of look. and they really came out after they came from West Virginia. Both of them, I believe, are from West Virginia, and West Virginia was like the American um, center of where marble making took, and these Appalachian um, people, and I live in the Appalachians. And the Appalachians go all the way down to Georgia. You got the what's that? Is I don't know if that's the Trail of Tears, but it's definitely the Appalachian Trail. Excuse me, Appalachian Trail, and it goes from Georgia all the way up to Canada. And it's a hilly area, a mountainous area, and people would who had land would like put little factories or something like that into the hills. And these people made marbles. And if you look at any of the old videos, you'll see them making marbles and stuff falling on the floor, and people go into their old sites. But the point is, you know how when I first saw these marbles, I was blown away, and I thought they were like $1 million marbles. Now they are today. Marbles have exploded so much that they are, especially ones like this. See those little marks, those little beautiful little shiny spots. That's called LUTs, and they have little rods that they add into when they're doing the marbles, and the marbles. That's what makes the swirls. And but I had to learn all that. It took me a long, long time of watching hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of videos, and really getting into the hobby to understand that these are all swirls. They're the like I said, Jobbles or Dave's Appalachian swirls, and these are um, these come from a family known as champions, which are and they look very similar to a champion marble, except for the types of colors and the swirls are a little bit different, and that's what sets them apart. But you would never know that unless you really put time into it. And this one here, it has that green in there. It's called aventurine. Um, some of these you can look are clear base, other ones are opaque. My point is that you have to, any hobby that you have an interest in, you have to put time into it. You know, I remember asking questions also in the beginning, and that's fine, right? My email, everyone, and the other crazy things, people always ask me, how can I contact you? My email is in every single video. My email is there, you know? So if you're watching I mean, I have thousands of videos. So to never know that my email address, I have almost 4,000 videos, and to not know that any of that means you never looked at a description, you know? Because if you looked at any of my descriptions, you're going to see all the videos I put there to help people out. You can see my email address, but I still get the same question. How can I get in contact with you? And so there's a difference between wanting to learn and if you're lazy. You know, there's no other way for me to put that. And you need to know if you're how interested you are in a hobby, because nobody can help you learn this stuff. And that's not true. Not that no one could do the work for you. You know, if you're interested in penny roll hunting, you have to put the work into it. You have to. I got thousands of videos. If you watch my videos, you can see that I was like, dumb. Really, I mean, maybe I'm dumb now, but I mean, I was really, really dumb when I first started this channel. And you know, I didn't know what a die clash was. I didn't know the parts of a penny. I didn't know that the edge was a third side. I didn't know what a strike through was. I didn't know what PMD meant. I didn't know the difference between off-centered and misaligned died. I didn't know what year they started making zincs. I didn't know the different types of zincs. I didn't know what year they started making wheats versus Lincoln Memorial. I didn't know any of these things, and I put my time into it, and I learned. Same thing like marbles, same thing like stamps. Whew, you want to talk about stamps? I got stamps on my desk over here too. I'm not gonna. I will take one out just for emphasis of what I'm doing, what I'm talking about. This is a Washington, and it's red, and it has those little circles on it. Those little circles are called even stamps. I'm still probably less knowledgeable than the other hobbies. Uh, pref pre preference. No, I'm saying it wrong. But and on you write them out as preferations. Geez, thank you. And but almost the same exact image is for a stamp that they made in 1889, and it's the same image for the stamp that's 1940. I'm exaggerating. It could be 1910 and 1930. But my point is, there might be 20 or 30 stamps that look almost the same, and the difference might be. And this specific stamp here, I'm going to show you. And if I have another one, I'll show you. I have another one here, and it has. This one's already canceled. Can you tell now? If you look at these two stamps, can you tell the difference? There's a difference between them. Yes, one has a cancel and one's uncanceled, right? How about the color? The color looks a little bit different, right? I'll zoom out at just a drop. The color looks a little bit different. Okay, and this one's by itself, and this one has 6. So this one's a single stamp. This one's a block of 6. Blocks start at 4. Under 4, it's a pair. And if it's 3, it's not a block, because a block is square, right? Okay, so we got one's a block. Now, if you notice this stamp here, they both have the little triangle, but the color, I could tell the color is so different between the two that these stamps are from different, most likely from different years, because I doubt they would make a 2-cent red stamp for the same year. So most likely they're from different years. The difference is, have you noticed it yet? Have you noticed the severe difference between the two, besides the fact that one's a block and one's not? On this stamp here, it has the perforations all around. This stamp here, or this one, the perforations are only in the middle. Why is that? Well, first of all, because they're different stamps. They're not the same stamp. They look similar, but they're different. Oh, and look at this. I just realized on here you can see his chest, and here is just the head. This is a bust, and this is just the head. So it's a totally different stamp. But it takes, I didn't realize that even now doing the video when I first looked at it. But they have this exact look on other stamps, but that has perforations like, and my point is, to understand these things takes so much time and energy and effort that you have to be willing to put it in. And if you're asking people, what's this? How much is this worth? What you're asking someone else to do the work for you. And you need to know whether if you're truly interested in the hobby or not. So the one thing I can say about that you really don't need to know much about is whether or not there's copper. Look at the one. Look how small the one looks on this. The ones are different sizes. I noticed it instantly. The ones are different sizes. Let me look at that under the loop. Doesn't mean it's worth money or anything. All right. They both start at the same place, but the other one goes down further. You can use the 9 as the reference. They both are slightly above the 9, but the one on the left, which is to me is obviously larger, goes down quite a distance more. It's slightly larger than the one on the right. I don't know if that's an error or not, but I noticed it, so I'll put it to the side. So if you're just going to hunt for copper, you know, that's okay. That's a good place to start. And look, how many did we find today? 3. That's it so far. 3 so far. I think there's a few more in there. We might end up with 5 or 6. 94 is not the double ear. You have to be willing to put your time into it, you know. It's like anything else in life. And part of that I'm hoping is my videos, right? You could just watch my videos. And that's how I started, with marbles, with stamps. Oh, I watched so many videos. I found it interesting, you know. I found it intriguing. And let me tell you, you know, you're gonna find coins. This one has a nice strike through. Misaligned die. Look how strong this one is. I wish the head came out, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. Nothing's on the obverse. It's so weird that nothing's on the obverse at all. All right, the forehead, in front of the forehead, maybe. It's whatever it is on the obverse. It's super weak if there's anything there, so it's kind of almost irrelevant, almost. But look at that. Look how strong the strike through is. You would think you would see it in the stairs, but it's just, oh, is this it here too? Maybe. Let me turn it upside down. All right, so that's the it's the head. Head goes up to here, comes back down. I don't know if that's part of the strike through. Look how strong it is right there. That's nice. Let me see if it has it anyplace else. No, that's dirt. And the columns to the left is dirt. It's just the right side. One. Oh, look. Oh, wow. I'll show you that now too. I had to look at it under the loop to see that other. So there's another part, which is I don't usually see. I'll go a little closer. You might have noticed this already, but all right. So you see the strike through right there, but look, it's also in the second to last column there. So you can see it very visibly here, and it's also in this column. I don't know what's in that column though, to be honest with you, because it's the outside of Lincoln. It's the back. Oh, is it the letters? Nah, no way. It would look like it, wouldn't it? I never seen the letters before. So that's the back of Lincoln's head. And then there's something in this column right here, which I noticed under the loop. Yeah, you can see it right there. It looks like a little square. You see it? Unless it was like double struck and it moved, you know? That's pretty cool. It's a pretty good die clash. It's probably the back of the head right there. All right, that's good. It's worth $1, maybe 2. In that condition, you know, that's a really nice one. So that's all. Every once in a while, I make a video like this, and it's really because someone needs to tell you, you know, if you're not researching, putting the research in yourself, then you're doing something wrong. That's what I have to say, you know. If you're not looking through, all right, so let me show you, right? So here I am talking about what you're supposed to do. Let me show you. So first, I'm going to show you. I've done this many times in many videos. So here is my penny mat, right? This is where I know if something has a double ear, the wide AM, the close AM, right? I never find, it's Rob Finds Treasures. I never find one of these, but it's right there. What's a semi-key day, what's not. And then here is, I'm going to go to a video. So this is the part I think where people get messed up. Here's the video, right? Here, if you want to become a member, this is the part I think that YouTube, this is a technical error on YouTube, because look, you have to know to click more. If you don't click more, you will not see the description. So all the things I'm talking about, you're not going to know. Now, should this be common knowledge? I don't. I mean, come on, man. Half you guys are living on the computer, or the. So here it goes. Now you click more, and it opens up the information. And this is where, look, if you want to know how the value of a penny, if you want to know the different variations of the 1982, I even put a stupid rap song there. I put small versus large date, mintage numbers. Here are our members. Here's Eric's Discord channel. Here's his YouTube channel. Here are some helpful links. Konica, ErrorRef, US Mint, DoubleDie.com. And if you want to access the perks, none of you probably even know what this is, but if you want to access the perks, if you want to email me, whatever, there goes my email. I wrote the email there. Look what just found it. And I put the email here. The email is written twice. How do you clean? I don't recommend clean. I mean, everything's here. I even put a little joke in the bottom, irregardless. I say irregardless all the time. And there's a little joke behind it. Someone said, that's not a word. Yeah, I know. They also did not read the description. I said, I'm joking. People, I mean, come on, man. You got to put some time into this. You know what I'm saying? Can't just go around asking questions if you're not putting the time in. So that's one of the reasons why some people don't want to answer questions, or they want to charge. I don't do that, but put a little effort into it, a little tiny effort, and it'll go a long way. So now I did that for whoever's still here after 33 minutes. And I'm going to finish this up without gloves, because it really doesn't matter. I only use the gloves to keep my fingers from getting dirty. Otherwise, they're really irrelevant. For 99.99999% of coins, the chance of finding a $10,000 penny that just happens to be downgraded and because you touched it with your fingers is 1 out of a million. If you're really that worried about 1 out of a million events, you never walk out the door of your house. There's a chance that something really bad happens to you every time you walk out of the house, once in a million. So don't get stuck on those one out of a million events. That you grab a 1 out of a million coin and you touch it with your fingers and you get it dirty and you lowered its value. That's a 1 out of a million chance that happens. You're probably more likely to get hit by lightning than finding a 1 out of a $1 million penny. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Sorry to tell you. But you can still find copper. And I think we might have, out of all this glory. Oh no, I don't think we have any more copper. That was it. We found 3 coppers today. And that's the way it goes. That's it. It's no big deal. We found a nice die clash. That was a pretty cool die clash. They're easy to find. Die clashes are easy to find. Oh, we did find another copper. Very good. Very nice. Worth 3 cents. 3 point something cents. 3.5 cents it's worth. Can't wait till these are worth a nickel one day. Imagine that. You have a penny that's worth a nickel. How awesome is that? It's only a matter of time. I mean, it's gonna inflation will get there before you know it. Inflation will get us there before we know it, which means it'll really still have the same exact value. It's just that the value of the currency has been deflated. So what we're hoping for is that just that the value of the metal goes up in relationship to inflation. Like gold is probably worth the same amount today as it was 20 years ago, even though it's 2,700 now, and it was 300 then, 30 years, 25 years ago, whenever it was, because the inflation is just different. That's all. It inflated away. It's not that gold somehow became, whatever. It's just in relationship to inflation. That's all. To some degree, let me put it like that. To some degree, maybe not 100%, but to some degree. Like silver was. I remember I was 15 years ago. I was getting silver dollars for $12, $13, and now they're $35. So that's only, let's call it 3x. And gold, yeah. That's about right. That's about right. I don't know what silver was 25. I wasn't collecting silver 25 years ago. I bought a gold coin, a gold eagle for $350, and I sold it for $400. And I remember I was so happy because I made $50, and that's about how much you had to work for to make in a day was $50, and I was like so happy. Meanwhile, if I would have kept it, oh, a gold eagle! I forgot what year it was. It was an older one, man. It could have even. I don't know if it was from the 1800s, but it was definitely from the early. It was an old one, like from the 20s. Let me look for gold eagle, $1. And I don't remember if it was a $1, if it was a $10 or $50. I'm gonna leave out the one because it could have been 50. And I'll go to does it show the years? Or it shows the years. Here goes in 1926. I saw 26. I think it was one of these in the 20s. 25 could have been a 21. There's not that many of them up there. I sold it for $400 in 2004 or 2005. Let me go highest first because they're showing it's not the $5 one, it's the $1, whatever it is, the big one. The graded ones, I'll show you here. You want to see what they're going for? These are graded. It was in tremendous condition. I have to say that it was in tremendous condition. $3,400. MS65, right? Still graded. Still graded. Okay. No, that's the $10. Wasn't the $10. Oh, they don't even have. Oh, they only have them upgraded. Is that crazy? That's the $2. Woof. Forget about it. They only have them graded. That's it there. 1 ounce has 10 watches on it. All right, let's go to $3,000. So that's what it would have been worth today. $3,000, 2,500, which is the same price as but not much different. That's crazy. A 1925 PCGS MS64 is 3,000, but a 1 ounce bar is 27. So a $300 premium, that doesn't even make sense to me. But it is what it is, man. A lot of this stuff doesn't make sense. But my point was I bought it for 350 and today it's worth 3,000. And that's the way the cookie crumbles, you know. And so the same thing is going to happen with copper. Today they're a penny, really worth 3.5 cents, and you know, in 5 years they're going to be 5 cents. In 20 years they're going to be 10 cents, 15 cents each for a copper penny. So it's very simple to do. It's very easy to do, but you have to put your time into it. That's all I'm saying. All right. Thank you. God bless. And I'll see you in episode. I think this is 340. Don't remember. This is episode, I want to say 344. This is 348. I will see you in episode 349.